Probably one of the biggest na tablet na i-review ko from OnePlus. This is the OnePlus Pad 3. Ang laki ng kanyang screen at 13.2 inch. And previously na-review na natin si OnePlus na Pad 2. And I would say na this got a major upgrade. A big battery, a better processor, or I would say na the best processor available is nandito na. Plus yung kanyang price is just right for these specs. And this would be a full review, not a first impression. More details after this quick intro. Now ito si OnePlus Pad 3 na may 12 gigs of RAM and 256 GB of storage is priced at $35,999, which nabili ko to sa Digital Walker, and this has an official local warranty, so wala kang problema for 1 whole year should you have any manufacturing problem. Water damage and physical damage for its warranty. And I'll post the link on the description box below kung saan siya pwede mabili, or just simply click the product link or just go to any Digital Walker offline store sa mga malls. Now, first impression, I would say na malaki siya. Plus, it's quite thin for its size. 659 grams siya, and ang nipis niya at just 6mm thick. Even thinner na the Galaxy Z Fold 6. One of the good thing dito sa kanya is 8 ka na speaker, 4 sa ibabaw, and 4 sa ilalim. And ang kanyang bezels is just quite symmetrical lang naman. Pwede ka bumili ng OnePlus pen, which you can magnetically mount it here, and a OnePlus keyboard, which you can magnetically mount dito. Sold separately siya for 9,000 pesos as a package. Hindi ko na siya binili, pero I would say na it's better with those accessories, pero hindi siya necessity. You can always use a Bluetooth keyboard and mouse para makatipid ka. One of my recommended would be Rapu. Now, pagdating sa specs, I would say this is probably one of the most balanced na tablet na meron this 2025. Kasi for 35,000 pesos, you get the best processor available, which is the Snapdragon 8 Elite. And probably this is one of the first times sabihin ko sa inyo na this tablet can easily beat the hell out of the Xiaomi Pad 7 Ultra. Bakit? Yung 12256 ni Xiaomi Pad 7 Ultra is priced at around 52,000 pesos. Yun is being powered by the X-Ring 1. Though it's comparable naman ng kanyang processing speed, pero paying the extra 17,000 pesos kay Xiaomi, feel ko hindi sulit dahil all you get is just an upgraded na AMOLED display. A little bit bigger at 14-incher, and the processor is of course gawa ni Xiaomi, not the Qualcomm. And bihira mo maririnig sa akin yan na sinasabi ko na hindi sulit ang isang Xiaomi na tablet. The OnePlus Pad 3 easily tinalo lang siya. Now, I wouldn't say that this is pinakamura na tablet na mabibili mo right now, pero for its price to specs ratio, tamang-tama siya. Sulit siya in the way na lahat na kailangan mo nandito na sa kanya. Kasi the word sulit, maraming level yan. May iba naghahanap ng tablet below 10,000 pesos. This is definitely not the one for you. Pero kung naghahanap pa ng powerful na tablet na can game, can do every multitasking, and even can video edit, kayang-kaya nito. Now, sinabi ko sa inyo, this tablet is being powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite, the best that Qualcomm can offer for this year, 2025. Probably bago lumabas si 8 Elite 2, binigyan ako ng 2.67 million points dito sa AnTuTu benchmark. Kung gusto nyo makita ang breakdown, this is what I got. 6,600 ang kanyang loop score with a 82% na stability dito sa Wildlife Extreme. Ito score nakuha ko sa Geekbench sa kanyang CPU benchmark, and ito naman sa kanyang GPU benchmark. Looking good naman kanyang thermals, and surprisingly, it throttled to 92% ng kanyang best performance. Probably magandang cooling system na ito. Malalaman natin later sa gaming. Now, pagdating sa battery size, mas malaki siya ng kunti kay Xiaomi Pad 7 Ultra. This one has a 12,140 mAh na battery, which can support up to 80 watts na fast charging. Sad to say, walang charger kasama sa box, pero I would highly recommend something from Ugreen like this one. You can easily charge your tablet using this, a 65 watts na Nexode GAN charger, and one of the best thing dito is mabilis lang siya iligpit. The other best thing dito is tatlong kanyang port, so you can charge 3 devices at the same time, isang A port at dalawang C port. And paborito ko to dahil Genshin Impact Team siya. More details on the description. Now, on day-to-day usage naman, okay naman kayo ng battery. It would probably last me a whole day using the tablet na ito as long as you set it to 50% brightness, hindi ka nakababad sa games, walang problema na tatagal to ng 1 whole day, guaranteed. And nung sinalang ko to sa PCMark battery stress test, I was surprised that it got me a 16 hours and 38 minutes na screen on time. This is based on 50% brightness and 60 Hz na screen refresh rate. Panalo, di ba, for a big screen like this? Now, pag-usapan natin kanyang display. Malaking kanyang display, 13.2-inch na IPS LCD display. Take note, IPS LCD hindi AMOLED display. Meron siyang 144Hz screen refresh rate and meron siyang 900 nits sa maximum brightness. So far, there's only 2 application na nakuha ko 144Hz, si Antutu Benchmark and si Google Chrome. The rest, sumagad lang sila sa 120. Now, if your favorite thing to do on this tablet is just browsing on your social media, I would say that this is definitely more than enough. Browsing, swiping on this tablet, ang ganda ng experience ko dito. It was definitely able to give me one of the best experience dito. Definitely wala kang maging problema if you're consuming your favorite social media dito na site like Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and other sites na favorite ninyo. Swiping experience definitely good. Sobrang smooth niya, and given na mataas ka na refresh rate and maganda internet connection mo, talagang mag-enjoy ka nga talaga dito. If you're watching your favorite shows dito, expect to give you a really good experience dahil support naman niya level 1 na Wi-Fi security level, watching Netflix, Disney Plus, and all of your other favorite na HD content dito, it's definitely very immersive. Except that hindi lang siya AMOLED display nga lang. Now, pagdating naman sa gaming, I did play 2 games dito, Genshin Impact and si Wuthering Waves. Kasi ganda naman natin ka ng graphics, and I was able to enjoy. Though it's a little bit hirap hawakan, though meron mo gamit na tablet holder, but the experience is definitely nice. I would really recommend you to buy a joypad if you really want to play more intensively dito sa tablet na ito, kasi makagamit ka talaga pag hawak mo siya for a long time. But the experience is definitely good dahil Wuthering Waves, ang ganda na experience ko dito, sinagad-sagad ko ng graphics, and it was able to live up to my expectation. Wala naman ako na feel na frame drops, wala naman feel na lags dito sa kanya, and quite smooth naman ang gameplay na nakuha ko dito sa kanya. One of the good things dito sa kanya is very responsive kanyang touch, and the other best thing dito sa kanya is malakas ang kanyang sound. Mag-enjoy ka talaga dito sa Wuthering Waves, and pinakamainit na inabot niya is just 42 degrees Celsius. Pagdating naman sa Genshin Impact, equally said, sinagad-sagad ko rin kanyang graphical settings, and sobrang immersive naman kanyang experience. Playing for around 1 hour, though medyo nakakangawit nga lang talaga siyang hawakan, okay na okay ang kanyang graphics. Sobrang nice, sobrang smooth, and I would say na talagang this is probably one of the best experience na nakuha ko on the tablet other than from Red Magic. And I would say na sobrang balanced tong tablet na ito. It can game, it can do all of the things na gusto mong gawin dito sa kanya. Sobrang lakas din ng kanyang sounds, sobrang immersive din ng experience ko dito sa Genshin Impact. Wala mga halos na feel na lags and frame drops dito sa kanya. And pinakamainit na inabot niya is just 40 degrees Celsius. And kanina nakuha natin 92% kanyang thermal throttling test. I can easily equate it to maganda ang cooling system dito sa OnePlus Pad 3. Kita natin sa gaming, di ba? Pagdating sa camera, doon ako medyo na-dismaya. Though it's a tablet, given, doon naman mag-excel si Xiaomi Pad 7 Ultra. Ang camera nito is a 13MP na rear camera which can shoot you up to 4K and 30. Ang kanyang harap is just a 8MP which can shoot you up to 1080p and 30. Now let's check out some of the shots na nakuha natin dito sa OnePlus Pad 3. Now taking a look at this very simple shot, though it's a little bit gloomy for the past few days, medyo bumagyo dito sa atin. And pag tinignan naman sa shot na ito, it looks kinda okay. Decent naman ang shots na ito, and pag tinignan mo mga details niya, it looks really clear. Kapag tinignan naman itong rosebud na kinuha natin, it's okay. Mabilis naman siya nag-focus to my surprise dahil this is a tablet, and yung kanyang green is not very much saturated. Pag tinignan natin itong gumamela na ito, okay siya. Not bad ang shot na ito. Though medyo mas pale tingnan compared dun sa yung actual na nakita natin, medyo mas pula yun. Pero maganda naman mga pagka-preserve ng water droplets dito sa kanya. As well as this one, it's a little bit pale as compared sa nakita natin, pero yung details niya is okay. This one was good, okay yung kanyang pagka-pink, and yung kanyang details na na-capture natin is quite good. Checking this, some little flowers na nakuha, though these are really small, okay naman ang focusing niya, walang problema. Pag tinignan mo ng details na dito sa kanyang gitna is still there, pero hindi na super duper sharp. And these greens are just okay. It's a little bit saturated, pero hindi naman siya OA. And pag tinignan mo shot na ito, I was quite surprised na it was able to capture this one. Ang ganda ng kanyang pagka-focus dito ng subject, no? Pero yung kanyang background blurs just katamtaman lang, which I kinda like. Pag going indoor naman, pag kumuha ka naman sa food shot dito, though pansin ko, no, it's a little bit hindi ganun ka yummy tingnan pag zoom in mo. Pero pag hindi mo naman siya zoom in to cinnamon roll na ito, looks just okay. Here are some low light shots na nakuha natin, and it looks okay. Makita po naman mga details dito sa kanyang glass, mga labels niya. And pag ginamit mo naman kanyang zoom, this is a normal shot. This is a 2x zoom shot. Checking yung kanyang words still intact naman. Now, kung kumuha ka naman mga subject shot na like this one, I would say na very nice and very sharp naman ang kuha niya sa mga colors dito sa subject na ito. As well as this one, looking okay. Though pansin ko is a little bit blurred dito sa ibabaw. Pero dito sa ilalim, it looks kind of sharp. Okay lang naman siya. And taking a look at some of this bean shot, pag sinumin mo siya, it's a little bit soft. Checking tong painting na ito, looking good. And checking more product shot is okay naman siya. So definitely it's going to be a performer when you need it. Kung kailangan mo magsabi ng mga homeworks using your tablet. Napag-usapan naman natin ang front-facing camera. To my surprise, this is not such a bad camera for the front one. Normally, pag mga tablet, you'll see na yung ganang front-facing camera is very, yung normal, yung medyo pixelated. Pero this one, ibahin natin si OnePlus Pad 3. Maganda nga na front-facing camera. I was really surprised with this shot. No, all of the details, all of the blemishes, kitang-kita sa akin mukha. Pero there are times that it looks like this, medyo yellowish tayo, and I'm not quite sure what happened to this shot. When you go indoor, yeah, it's a bit yellowish, and medyo mawawala mga details. And this one is a little bit better, kasi dahil may good lighting. And this one is just a doorbell watt. Mapapansin ka niya na medyo yellowish ako, and medyo wala ng details. And if you go indoor using your camera, pansin ko, medyo a little bit blurry pag naglalakad ka. And medyo shaky na focus hunting ang datingan niya. Hindi siya totally na walang OIS. Meron naman siya. Pero parang nagpo-focus hunt siya. Yung nagdadabog, gano'n. Pag ginamit mo ng front-facing camera, well, it's a little bit soft pag tinignan mo and a bit shaky, though you won't be using it for vlogging while walking. So guys, ano masasabi ko dito sa OnePlus Pad 3? Mura? No. Sulit? Yes. Dahil it can do everything na kailangan mong gawin, be it multitasking, video editing, gaming, worksheet, spreadsheet, wala kang problema dito sa kanya. And ang display niya is definitely one of the better ones na nagamit ko for 2025. Except na hindi lang siya AMOLED display. Overall experience is definitely good. Ang kanyang processor is definitely powerful. And ang kanyang price is just right for yung kanyang specs. So I hope guys na-enjoy nito full review natin ng OnePlus Pad 3. This is not just a first impression, but a full, thorough first review. So gusto nyo malaman kung saan nyo pwede mabili itong tablet na ito, I'll post the link on the description box below, or just simply go to any digital walker na offline store sa mga malls. Now if you like this video guys, don't forget to share it to your friends, and a quick sub sa aking channel is definitely awesome. I'll see you in my next video. And so, ako para si Richmond, and you're watching Gadget Sidekick. What's up? Like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. For one of my latest uploads, click the dito. And for one of my popular uploads, click here.